Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy may have found her dream man in Finn on Bold and the Beautiful, but his relative's birth mother, Sheila Kimberlin Brown, and recently revealed daughter, Luna, have been a bona fide nightmare, wreaking havoc on the couple's happy marriage. So far, Steffy stood by her man, determined to make the relationship work, her love for Finn trumping all else. However, that could change now that crazy Luna has set her psychotic sights on Steffy and Finn's son, Hayes, and it might be the finally straw that pushes Steffy back into Liam's arms. As time goes on, Steffy's Jacqueline McInnes would bound to realize that a life with Finn Tanner Novelin is a life of constant danger, particularly where Luna Lisa Yamada is concerned. The troubled young woman, who's already kidnapped Steffy and murdered Tom and Hollis, blames Steffy for keeping Finn from welcoming her into his life with open arms. Luna's refuses to accept that her own criminal actions have forced Finn to turn his back on her. Yet, despite Finn's steadfast intentions and devotion to his wife and kids, his psychotic daughter continues to pose a severe threat to them, and the time may eventually come where Steffy realizes she has no choice but to step away from the man she loves for the sake of her children. Meanwhile, Liam Scott Clifton has been quietly hovering on the sidelines. He's been living with Steffy and Finn ever since he was diagnosed with a terminal brain tumor, so they can look after him and he can spend more time with his and Steffy's daughter, Kelly. The situation has reawakened Liam and Steffy's deep connection and loving feelings for each other. At the moment, it's a purely platonic love, with Steffy remaining committed to Finn, yet she's been touched and impressed by Liam's concern and fierce protectiveness regarding her. Kelly and Hayes. If and when Luna strikes again, and possibly puts Hayes in harm's way, Steffy could find herself with a very difficult decision to make. She may be forced to come to the realization that despite her deep love for Finn, his family ties are lethal, and the only way she can truly lead a safe life and provide one for her children is by separating herself from him. She may have no recourse but to move forward and end things with Finn, of course. Having Liam waiting in the wings might make that decision a bit easier, because he'd be there to pick up the pieces and provide a soft landing spot for Steffy and her kids. Then all viewers would have to do is wait for a miracle to save Liam's life. Because, let's be real, does anyone really believe the heroic character is actually going to die? Probably not, and it could all lead to the long-awaited Steffy and Liam reunion that Steam fans have been patiently waiting for. The sun sparkled over the Pacific, casting golden streaks across the glass walls of Forrester Creations. Inside, chaos was building. The fashion house was no stranger to high-stakes drama, but lately, the tension wasn't just about hems and hemlines, it was personal, raw, and threatening to destroy everything. At the center of the storm was Luna Nozawa, a woman whose one sweet presence had twisted into something unpredictable. Ever since her mother Poppy dropped the paternity bombshell and whispers of Bill being her father took hold, Luna had been spiraling. But no one predicted how far she would go or who would be collateral damage in her unraveling. A powder keg waiting to explode. Are you okay, Luna? RJ asked, gently placing a hand on her shoulder in the design studio. His concern was real, but fatigue was written across his face. The woman he once adored had turned volatile. One moment she was radiant, whispering promises of a future together. The next, she was sobbing, accusing, or worse, scheming. I'm fine, she snapped, jerking away from his touch. RJ blinked. Okay. Sorry, I said I'm fine. Luna's voice echoed. Heads turned. Even hope peeked out from her office. Brows furrowed. Luna sighed, suddenly embarrassed. She smoothed her long waves and forced a smile. Sorry, I didn't sleep. I've just been thinking about Steffy. RJ's eyes narrowed. What about her? A strange gleam flickered in Luna's eyes. She's always so, perfect. Everyone worships her. Even you grew up hearing about Saint Steffy. But what if Steffy had a little competition? Luna's obsession. Luna hadn't meant to hate Steffy, not at first. But after her drugged kiss with Zende came to light, the scrutiny became unbearable. Steffy had been among the harshest, cold, judgmental, unforgiving, and when Steffy began to speak with Poppy about Luna's stability, a line was crossed. She's dangerous, Luna muttered in the privacy of her car one night, watching Steffy through the windshield. So why does she always get away with everything? The more Luna stewed, the more her thoughts turned. Strategic. She couldn't take Steffy down by confronting her. No, but maybe, just maybe, she could destroy her from the inside out. planting seeds of doubt. Liam was always hovering on the outskirts of Steffi's world. Despite her marriage to Finn, despite all the promises of loyalty, Luna noticed the way Liam looked at Steffi. The longing, the frustration, the unresolved tension. Perfect, Luna began accidentally running into Liam at Il Giardino, at Forrester, even at the beach park where Kelly played. She'd wear soft colors, let her voice tremble slightly as she spoke of regret, of wishing she had a strong, dependable man like him. Liam, sucker for a damsel in distress, listened. He didn't engage romantically, but Luna could tell he was flattered, vulnerable, and so easy to manipulate. She made sure he knew about Steffi's late-night meetings with Finn, the arguments she was supposedly having. I probably shouldn't say anything, Luna would whisper, but I just worry about her. She seems so distracted. And you know Steffi, she never lets anyone see her vulnerable side. Then came the biggest card. She told someone in the design team that you'll always be second to Finn. Liam froze. She said that. Don't shoot the messenger, Luna said with a sad smile. I just thought you deserved to know. Cracks begin to show. Meanwhile, at the Cliff House, Finn and Steffi were growing distant. The Sheila shadows still loomed large, and Steffi couldn't shake the feeling that Finn was hiding something about his recent hospital shifts, and particularly his interactions with a certain new nurse, a former high school friend of Sheila's. When Steffi confronted him, it spiraled fast. You don't trust me, Finn yelled. You've given me reasons not to. Steffi fired back. Neither. Noticed the phone on the counter, recording the entire argument. Luna had accidentally left it there during her last visit, under the guise of dropping off new Forrester fabric swatches. Later that evening, Luna sent the audio to Liam. Just thought you should hear this, she texted. In case you're still holding on to hope. Ridge takes notice. Sat Forrester. Ridge began noticing Luna's volatility. RJ, Ridge said quietly in his office. Luna's talented, but something single quotes asked off. Her energy, her focus. She's not the same. RJ sighed. She's under pressure, Dad. Between my mom, Poppy's drama, Bill's paternity shock. I get it, Ridge said, but I also saw her cornering Liam the other day. Whispering, smiling. It didn't look innocent. RJ's stomach twisted. He'd brushed off Luna's erratic behavior for weeks, but now, he wasn't so sure. The Cliff House explosion, it all came to a head one fateful Friday. Liam showed up at the Cliff House to drop off Kelly, but Steffi wasn't home. Finn had taken the kids to the aquarium, giving Steffi time to herself, rare and cherished commodity. Luna arrived minutes later, feigning panic. I didn't know who else to turn to, she said, eyes wide, cheeks flushed. RJ, he found messages on my phone. From Zende. He thinks I'm cheating again. Liam, ever the savior, invited her in to talk. That's when Luna made her move. 1 minute she was crying. The next she kissed him. At first, Liam pushed her away. What the hell, Luna? But she leaned in again. You deserve someone who sees you, who doesn't treat you like a backup plan. Liam didn't kiss back, but he didn't immediately stop her either. That was the moment. Steffi walked in. The fallout, the silence was deafening. Steffi stared at the scene, Luna's lips on Liam's cheek. Liam looking startled, the obvious tension in the air. What the hell is going on? She demanded. Liam backed away. Steffi, this isn't what it looks like. Oh really? Because it looks like you're entertaining a little homewrecker in my living room. Luna stepped forward. Too quickly. Steffi, please, you need help. Steffi cut in, her voice low and lethal. I've tried to be civil. I've tried to ignore the way you undermine people and manipulate your way into every conversation, but this is war. Luna's eyes welled with tears. I didn't mean you meant exactly what you did. You kissed him. In my house. You want my life so badly. You'll never have it. Liam tried to defend Luna, but Steffi had already stormed out. Grabbing her phone, she called Finn. Come home now. Luna's breakdown later that night. Luna sat in her car outside Steffi's house, trembling. Her lipstick was smeared. Her hair was wild. She watched the lights flicker behind the curtains. Watched Finn's silhouette embrace Steffi in the doorway. She was losing control of the narrative, of herself. She screamed inside. Steffi stiffened. Finn kissed her temple. We'll get through this. Maybe, she whispered. But not with her around. Ridge and Brooke reactward traveled fast. Ridge stormed into Forrester the next morning, followed by a seething Brooke. She kissed Liam. Brooke gasped. She did, Steffi said, sipping coffee with steady hands. In my home. And RJ needs to know who he's engaged to. Brooke Paled, RJ proposed last week, but she's been unraveling since the drugged kiss scandal. I think this was her tipping point. Ridge rubbed his temple. I'll handle this. Brooke nodded. No, we will. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Bold and Beautiful Update YouTube channel for more update news.